Hey everyone, it's Connor back from this old farm, and today I suppose it's about time that we get you guys a video, because it's been over a week now, I think, since we last uploaded. So today we got the planter out, and last weekend, I want to say it was last weekend, we planted with Mr. Marty here, there he is, up in the plow day field. Now this was what was it? That'd be the first field we did, if you guys remember back to that video. It was the first field we plowed up on that day, and I could take a walk up there and show you guys. It'll be, well, actually I'm not going to, because we've got the cattle out on pasture, and I can show you guys that too. We have the cattle out on pasture, and when they're on this specific pasture, it's kind of a pain in the butt to get up towards the top of up towards the fields and stuff. But we have our cattle in this behind me here. They're actually kind of on two pastures. We have if I come squeeze past the fence post, we have what we call the by the road pasture, the road pasture, and basically that's because it's by the road. So if they walk behind my dad's old F-150, they can come out, as you can see, into this pasture, and it goes off that way and kind of over to that lean-to that's off of the barn where the Farm All H and 706 and Super M are all parked. And it comes around by the road there and kind of swings down and around and up over that way somewhere up by our driveway. And then they've also got, if I walk back up a little bit, they've also got the pasture up that way. And if the phone, come on, there we go, up that way where that kind of hut is, and you can see the 806s, they can go up that way. So they're on pasture now, and we're kind of sort of, I guess you could say, running out of, no, it won't focus on me. Come on. What the heck? Hello? Wake up. There we go. I guess it's because it's in the sun. There they all are. Right over there. So we're kind of, this is our last pasture before we're back out on stuff they've been on. And the stuff they've been on is not very grown up. And we'll come over and show you. And there's a reasoning behind that. It's because we haven't taken them off of it. Basically, we haven't put up a perimeter fence to keep them off of it, and that is not my fault. You can't yell at me for that. That's not my fault, and I won't blame it, but it's a pretty easy guess for you guys, because there's only one other person out here. But anyways, if we come out this way, and hopefully it's not too windy for you guys. There's all the cattle. You can see it's pretty tall. We got that, let's see, there's that calf there. If I could flip the camera around, it would be nice, but you can see it's up to about its knees. Some of it's a bit taller, but this other stuff on the other side of the driveway here is very short. This is our other pasture. We just pulled them off of the one that goes down into the back where all those trees are, over that way. That's what we call the back pasture. We just pulled them off of that, so that's going to be all short. So this is really our only pasture left, and without them being off of this one here, it hasn't really been able to grow, and it doesn't help that we keep crowding it out. It's kind of frustratingly stupid how we work here. We get a herd, our herd is growing bigger and bigger, and yet we're slowly dwindling our pasture ground. It doesn't make any sense to my brain, and maybe it makes sense to somebody's, but not mine. But anyways, we'll quit dissing our farming method, because you guys don't need to listen to that. We kind of get to see, well, we kind of don't get to see, but anyways, there they all are. They're all happy to be on the grass and stuff. We got some nice calves. I think that's one there. there. That we had this spring. That one there with the white face is another one we've had that spring. There's Peep the IH dump truck. And there's a couple more out there somewhere that are newborn calves, and probably some out by the road. So that's kind of what we've been up to around here. We've been putting cattle on pasture and planting. And we've got a little bit of an issue with our planter this year. We put some fertilizer that we've kept from over the years because we get too much or end up with some extra stuff at the end of the year. So we hold on to it. Well, because of the way our climate is, it gets damp. And I'll come back over here to the planter and show you guys. You can see that on the auger here for the planter. It's all wet. Come on, focus, brightness, work. You might be able to see that. It's all wet there on the auger. And so what happens is you wind up with, of course they're all going to be on the wrong side. I can scoop one up here. Okay, maybe not. Here we go. What happens is you end up with clumps that are like on what's on top there. Oop, he just fell in. You wind up with a bunch of clumps with that, and so what happened with the planter, if I can get it down in there. No, that's not gonna work. Hold on, I got another way to do this. What happens is these tubes where the fertilizer is to go through this tube to get down to the spout there that goes down into the openers. What happened was these tubes got plugged up there. You can see that this one's actually been cleaned out some, but they should be nice and hollow like that one is. Of course, it's got a stick in it right now because I'm trying to clean out the opposite side's pipe. But what happened as I fall over on or trip on the hydraulic hose, what happened with it being wet in here and stuff is it clogged up in these tubes, and it wouldn't drop down into the drop pipe, whatever you want to call it, the rubber pipe for the drop. It wouldn't drop down those, and so we had fertilizer spilling out of both ends. We actually, that end that I showed you that was plugged up over there was actually not putting anything out. It was completely packed around the auger, so it wasn't augering anything out that side. So while we were planting, I was driving Marty, and Dad was on the planter here, kind of taking the scoop and just scooping it out and shaking it in front of the planter just to get something out onto the ground. But that's kind of the problem with saving fertilizer, especially in our climate, is it gets damp. You can kind of see it shouldn't be this deep brown color. It should actually be white, and if I had some good stuff to show you, it would be better. But it gets all clogged up and everything, and it doesn't work too good. So that's kind of what I'm working on right now, is trying to unplug our planter a little bit. Other than for that, everything else is going okay. Everything's been planting all right. I can show you guys kind of what we're planting. Besides, we've got a little bit of a mix going on. Of course, somebody had to leave a hammer here that doesn't belong here. Get the cover off, and we'll show you down inside the pot. Come on. And there you go. So we've got a mix of corn, some soybeans, and if you can tell, the real little itty bitty dots, whoops, there we go, the little itty bitty red dots, not the white ones, but the red ones that are right, where are they? Like those two right there, that is sorghum. So we've got a mix of soybeans, sorghum, and corn. And we're also going to try planting some grass, I guess, in with the corn. Pots are always so troubling to get the cover back onto them. Alright, I think it's on. We're also going to take the grain drill after we're done planting and plant some sort of a grass mixture out on the field, and hopefully get a bunch of tonnage out of it. I guess is what the idea is, kind of what our idea has been, is to get a lot of get a whole lot of silage when we chop it all in the fall. Just get a bunch into the in through the chopper and into the into the pit, I guess. That's kind of the idea. But gosh, it's so frustrating, this phone. Other than for that, nothing else has really been going on. It's just been planting corn, disking up the field. We still got one more to plow yet, which was the first field of last year's plow day. Marty's doing good. He's got a leaky hydraulic fitting. You can see all the hydraulic fluid on the PTO guard. It's this one over here. The fitting is bad on it. It doesn't hold it in nice and tight. Could be the O-ring on the inside that's bad. We'll have to fix it or something, or put a new fitting on, whatever it ends up being. And other than for that, that's kind of all I got for you guys. That's all that's been going on. Not a whole lot. Obviously, we're way behind everybody else. We should be planted by now. I think Dad said May 14th is when you're supposed to be planted by. So we're way behind, obviously, and trying to catch up. But it's hard when our planter is not the greatest planter in the world. So anyways, that's all I got for you guys. Sorry it's not the super tremendous of a video. Hopefully we can get you guys some of the normal stuff up here soon again. We might just have to keep editing with the laptop. I don't know what we're going to be able to do with the big computer, if anything, ever again. So like I say, that's all I got for you guys. I'm going to keep trying to clean out our planter here, and then fill up some fertilizer again. I could show you quick. Since we had issues with clumping and stuff, we're going to take an old screen from our grinder mixer that we've got in the shed back there. You can just, can you? Yeah, you can just see the bag on the end of the auger. What we're going to do is we're going to take this screen and sift the fertilizer over the top of it to declump it, basically. If I pull the handyman jack off of it, or high lift I should say, not handyman, which are very heavy, we can pull the plywood off the top and kind of show you what we're working with for fertilizer here. Possibly there, that's the kind of color that it should be. It should be sort of a whiter color, but all these clumps that are inside of it, like this one here, that's what we're gonna kind of have the screen for, is to work all of that stuff out. So we've got that, and then we got that whole barrel, and then that little barrel there full of fertilizer that we gotta go through and fill up and use. And then we'll have to go buy some if we don't have enough to finish off the fields, which we probably won't. So anywho, I'm gonna get back to cleaning. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and yeah, stay tuned, and we'll talk to y'all next time.